We say good morning to all esteemed viewers across the globe. You're welcome to the program. This is Citizen. The anchor, Michael Adequate. I have a respondents here and they're ready to do justice to what we have today on the program. All right, to the esteemed viewers on the platform, I say good morning to you. I appreciate your presence. We appreciate you for staying good to the channel. All right, the Vanguard newspaper is here with us this morning. We'll be reading out the headlines we have there. All right, Rivers crisis. Why Fubara is here to receive impeachment notice. This is on the front page of Vanguard newspaper. You can go to page 5 to see this. Why similarly Fubara, the governor of Rivers State, is yet to receive impeachment notice. Banda inaugurates reconciliatory panel, gives 2 weeks to broker truce, temper justice with mercy. 2 Rivers lawmakers ask colleagues to halt impeachment. Your action, assault on Tinubu. Musop tells Rivers Assembly. North Central APC Forum dismisses calls for Wike's resignation. Of course, there have been calls for Wike's removal by some persons in the country, which some people in the country are against. So have it on the paper this morning. North Central APC Forum dismisses calls for Wike's resignation. We move down to the down part of the paper. And what do we have? 95 just so for Aujales too. 95 just so for Aujales too. Tinubu Obasanjo Sanwo-Olu. Others mourn as Akron of Badagry dies at 89. You can go to page 7 to see this story. I will have on page 9 on 2027 election. Article PDP, CPP declare alleged crackdown on dissent. Article PDP, CPP decry alleged crackdown on a dissent. All right. Our manufacturing sector can grow in 2026. This is what experts are saying. They're telling us how manufacturing sector can grow in this new year, 2026. Now, quickly to what the former governor of Ekiti State, Fayose, said about Peter Obi. There's a warning to the African Democratic Congress this morning, which I want the members of the African Democratic Congress to listen to and read. Listen to it and read. Fayose, former Ekiti State governor, says the African Democratic Congress, ADC, could slide into political obscurity if it fails to present Peter Obi as the former Anambra State governor as its presidential candidate in the 2027 general election. Speaking in an interview, except to be aired on Tuesday on Arise Television, Fayose described Obi as the only life in ADC. The only life in ADC, that's what Fayose said. Obi is the only life in ADC. But will the former vice president of the nation, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, give him the chance? Will he jettison his ambition for Peter Obi? We shall be looking at it this morning. This is what we've been talking or discussing on the program for some times now. All right, he said Obi remains the only figure within the ADC capable of delivering nationwide relevance, adding that other actors in the party lack comparable electoral pool. I think Fayose should be taken seriously this time around, because there is somebody that has been supporting Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. I don't know if he's supporting Tinubu for 2027, but I know his body language to me supports President Bola Tinubu. But this sounding this warning to ADC, I believe ADC should heed this warning. The only life ADC has is Obi. ADC, listen to what Fayose is saying. The former governor said Obi's political value was evident during the 2023 elections, and this is just the fact. He's stating the obvious here. When his candidacy of Labour on the Labour Party platform translated into unexpected victories in the House of Representatives, and not just House of Representatives. You could see it everywhere. Someone that had no structure in the country, who had about or gathered about 6 million votes or over 6 million votes. So what are we saying? All right, should Atiku Abubakar jettison his political ambition, his presidential ambition for Peter Obi? I have gentleman Mike with me this morning. Also, Femi is here with me. I don't know I don't know if Femi just came back from Umrah. I can see this Umrah cap on his head.
It's a cap and it's a fashion. So and to just portray that we are religious tolerant. We are all brother here, the balance here. Whether you are Muslim or you are a Christian.
Should I start calling you Alaji Femi?
Oh yeah.
Where is your seat now?
No, that one is old fashion now. I'm not allergic. That's what the misinterpret. Allergic here is a visitor. I cannot be a visitor in my fatherland here. So even if I am a Muslim, I go to Saudi Arabia. You can't call me allergic here.
No, they call them allergic.
Yeah, they accept it. It's ignorant. That's what Yanifa told them, that in Saudi Arabia they call me allergic because I'm a visitor. Why will you still be calling me allergic here? Even they adopt it in some years back. They adopt it as a title. Allergic. It's not a title. It's just a name they call you when you go to that place, maybe because of money.
All right, from Atman to Alaji. Femi is here with us this morning. Also, gentleman Mike.
Hello, Michael. Good morning.
How are you doing, sir?
Very well, thank you. And you?
Yeah, I'm very, very, very fine.
Greetings to all our esteemed viewers across the world. Thanks for joining us.
All right, on River State's crisis, the renewed battle between Siminala Ifubara and the FCT Minister, Nyesom Wike, two lawmakers have retraced their steps on the ongoing disputes or rift between Siminala Ifubara and Wike, and also on the impeachment saga. This happened last week. The impeachment move against Ifubara happened last week. Let's say almost all the lawmakers, moved against Ifubara. But this morning we have two minority lawmakers, retracing their steps and telling us that the impeachment move against Ifubara should be stopped. All right, we also have this morning a story concerning the publisher of Ovation newspaper, Momodu. He's reacting to what Fayose said about Peter Obi. I read it earlier on that Fayose said the only life ADC has is Peter Obi. Now, a chieftain of the African Democratic Congress, ADC Dele Momodu, has reacted to former Ekiti State Governor Dele Fayose asking the party to field Peter Obi as its presidential candidate come 2027. In a post on his verified X handle, that's from our Twitter, on Monday, Momodu likened the call by Fayose as an outsider weeping louder than the brave. And one of our reviewers or analysts on the program, before we commenced this program, said that what is the problem of Fayose when it comes to Atiku? I know Fayose has been supporting. Sorry. So what's the problem of Dele Momodu? Yes. But I believe, and I know for sure that Fayose, Dele Momodu, is still in support of Atiku's presidential ambition. He supported him in 2023, even before 2019. Dele Momodu supported Alaji Atiku Abubakar. But is it all about support or someone who is capable of delivering in that party?
What really happens is that Nigeria, politics in Nigeria is about interest, irrespective of anybody that you imagine as a president, irrespective of how good or competent the person is. The Nigerian politician, if he doesn't have access to him, or you think that it will not favor him, that person is not good. But so far you have access to the person and you think maybe the person will favor his own interest, that person will automatically be a good candidate. But for me, at this moment, let's look at Fayose and Dele Momodu, who is realistic here. I wonder why Fayose will even come out and be signing that kind of a warning to ADC why you are supporting Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because to me, somebody that can give Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu
Tough time.
tough is
Or tough
Peter Obi.
fight.
Yes, is Peter Obi in 2023, supported by ADC bloc from Northern region. They will give Asiwaju a very tough battle to fight in 2027. Because to me, I don't know where the strength of Atiku lie. Where is the strength of Atiku? Okay, let's go to Northeast. There's nothing he can do. They will surely share the vote of Northeast. Adamawa now is shaking. Pintiri is aligned with Asiwaju. Atiku can only win in Adamawa. It should not be a massland victory for him. Asiwaju will also grab something there. So the Northeast, the 6 states from Northeast, there is no way Shetima will not, get part of it. But no, swap with some other states from the Northeast there. Is it not central? The answer is no. People that own North Central is both Asiwaju and Obi. Now let's go to Northwest. Atiku cannot get 100% from Northwest. It's not possible. Now in Kano have split into 2. Already Tinubu have Ganduje. Abba Yusuf is about to come to APC. That is another plus. Now it's about 3. That ratio now is about 1/3. Now Tinubu has Ganduje. He has we want to have this guy too, Abba Yusuf
In Kano.
I'm telling you, even if Atiku, if they now want to use the sentiment of Atiku come from North, they give him vote. He cannot get out. He cannot get it outrightly. Tinubu will still get what he needs from Kano, and that is a state that can produce highest force from the Northwest. You see it in Kaduna. When you go to Kaduna today, we divide it. Atiku won in all those states apart from Kano in 2023, yet he couldn't skate through. So what I'm trying to say is that I don't know why Fayose is he wants to be factual, or you think if he will be emerged they will still beat him, because I don't know why he come out to say something like that, because that's the original, that's the fact. That's the only lifeline of ADC is Peter Obi. Remove Peter Obi, they don't have credibility.
Get your mind. Is it true that the only lie ADC has is Peter Obi, former Anambra State Governor? However you said it is.
Yes, I think I agree with that position. It may not be the only, that only life will be an exaggerated statement. But someone that has given that party serious credibility, someone that has a national spread in terms of those who followed him, someone that has brought some level of that's brightened the lights, let me put it that way. May not be the only light, perhaps that has brightened the lights of ADC when he came on board. So I believe that is what Peter Obi has brought to the table. To say is the only life in that party might be an exaggerated statement. We have the likes of David Mark leading the party. We have Rauf Aregbesola. Those are some of the key figures in the party, and several other people that have joined the party. So Obi's coming on board as strengthening the party the more, just as he did when he moved to Labour Party the other time in the last general election. So it may not be the only light, it may not be the only life as far as
But the fact is that Obi is someone you can reckon with, right?
yes, definitely. Yes, definitely. And it's not that when we talk of life, it's not that they don't have other people, but we are talking of somebody of credibility, somebody that has, this value, somebody that can still pull the crowd. Aregbesola is a politician, but Aregbesola cannot win Lagos State. It's not possible. They cannot. They will not even release Alimoso for him. Even there's a senatorial district where he come from. I don't know what he can do with ADC in that axis. So when we are talking of David Mark, I don't know his strength apart from Benue, but we are talking of somebody that has been, his political tentacle has spread across this country, and we have seen what he was able to do in 2023. Look at it in this way now. Look at Obi. If Obi pick ticket of ADC, I can bet you at least 80% of votes from Southeast. I make it 80% because of all this gap of Opis Odima in Imo State.
Governors.
Opis Odima cannot deliver Imo State for Tinubu if Obi pick ticket. I dare Tinubu. I dare Opis Odima. That's why I don't know this kind of a game they are playing. Now when they try to make Opis Odima as somebody that's so important, and Tinubu is making him as his own eyes. Okay, I know my people. I know people from Southeast. If Obi pick ticket of ADC, okay, I can bet it 90% of vote from Southeast belongs to Obi. That not what Opis Odima can do, except he wants to kill himself. Nothing he will do. We are not talking about Yoruba land. We are talking of Southeast. Now go to South. There is no way the wave will not blow to that area. Started from Edo State here up to Delta. Forget about all these governors that are cross-carpeting. From Edo to Delta to Bayelsa, the only safe corridor for them might be Akwa Ibom and River State. All those areas, and Obi will get what he wants. You know all those areas. So Obi has potential, and don't be surprised that if Obi pick ticket of ADC, they will still see at least more than 25% of what he wants in Southwest, because some people are tired. That is the truth of the matter, and it's not all the time you will be able to reach. Some people at a particular time, people will still rise up. So Obi has more value now in ADC than Atiku.
All right, away from that, let's talk about the controversial red cap of Tinubu that surfaced in Kano government house. And people are reacting to this. Tinubu's signature red cap surfaces at Kano government house amid Governor Yusuf's defection. That's the governor of Kano's defection. Rumored defection. Let me put it that way. Rumored defection. Or isn't it a rumor again?
Mr. Michael,
there have been issues between Governor and Kwankwaso.
In every rumor there will be element of truth.
I'm coming. Let me read it. Amid reports of plans by the Kano State Governor Abba Yusuf to defect to the ruling of Progressive Congress, red caps bearing the infinity symbol synonymous with President Bola Tinubu have surfaced within the Kano State Government House. This wasn't happening before, but it's right up right now. All right, the infinity symbol widely regarded as that President Tinubu's political signature has over the years featured prominently on the cap he is famously known for wearing. Some aides and loyalists of Governor Yusuf were recently seen donning the red cap with the symbol, a development that has further fueled speculation over the governor's impending move to the ruling All Progressive Congress. On Sunday, an aide was spotted wearing the cap at a public gathering held at the government house, attended by the governor and other top government officials. Similarly, photographs of another aide wearing the same cap, had gone viral on social media a few days later. Now, sources close to the government who spoke to Vanguard on condition of anonymity said there was no going back on the governor's planned defection. There was no going back on the governor's planned defection. A source close to the government, despite discordant reactions and criticisms that have trailed the move. According to the sources, recent developments within the government house point to a gradual alignment with the ruling party at the center.
Well, Mr. Michael, I think our democracy has gradually becoming a bad market for godfatherism, because if you look at it, the percentage of godfatherism that doesn't work is more than the one that are working. Look at it, it's working very well, perfectly in Lagos State. It's working perfectly in Borno State. I think likewise in Nebo, but check some other states. The issue of godfatherism didn't even last up to 1 month in Kaduna. Same thing happened in River State. Now it's happening in Kano State. So I think in a situation where two captains find themselves in a particular boat, they will not find it easy. That Abba Yusuf in Kano State according to what you are hearing, is also a crowd puller. He's pulling crowd as well. You know, people, there is no way somebody that have oil in his hand, people will rush to him. People want to Abba Yusuf, there is oil in their hands. People want to lick the air, allow them. There is no way they will not have some supporter. And mind you, there are still whisperers, people that are still whispering in the Kano state. People like Ganduje, they will not wait, they will not stop. And that is where APC, that is where they are good at. They are very, very good in confusing people to come to their side. So it do not cost the APC anything, just to cause even unity that is there. It do not cost APC anything, just to cause the disunity. Just like Mr. Michael usually say that we have different departments. That department of cause chaos and disunity is a particular. We have department of digging, department of causing disunity. We are dealing with APC. So even if they see that there is accord and they can bring asunder, what man has done together, let no man put asunder. It's not matter of APC. They will put asunder.
Are they testing public reaction or opinion on before official defection with Tinubu'S cap?
Well, I think with the recent development, it looks as if the movement of Abba Yusuf is inevitable. Its movement to APC might be inevitable, as it were. We are the entire Kano has been known with the Kwankwaso cap, if you remember, the red and white cap. So the moment we are now beginning to see
another
the
cap.
Infinity logos, Infinity symbol within the government, that is a signal. They are already sending a message that things are changing. And I think the earlier Rabbi Kwankwaso come to terms with this reality, the better for him. It seems some part of his Kwankwaso movement are beginning to pull out from what they used to believe in. So Abba Yusuf seems to be set to leave the NNPP for APC. I think it's going to be a serious development in Kano State, Michael.
Who authorized the use of the cap in the government house? Who do you think authorized it?
It is governor, of course. This is a battle of cap. Yes, the battle of cap.
This is a state ruled by NNPP now.
Yes, it's not
the battle of cap.
This is the first. Yes, that's the battle of cap.
I remember Okpebolo told
that if you don't wear, yes,
commissioners,
yes,
if you don't wear
the cap of,
they shouldn't come for meeting.
don't come for meeting. If you don't wear the cap of Asiwaju, so it's a battle of cap now. So
who do you think authorized this?
It is governor that. Well, I mean, what we engineer it is when something happened between the godfather and godson, and they were unable to resolve it. Then the next thing is for both of them to go into a different path. But one thing that I'm very sure is that even NNPP in Kano State has been shaken for a long time, because Kwankwaso himself is a confused person. He don't know where we want to go. It is Kwankwaso we have been hearing the rumor that he want to defect to APC, but he will agree. He will later come out and disagree. So there are a lot of things. Maybe from that angle, maybe it was even Abba Yusuf that is engineer him to let's go to APC. But Kwankwaso is reversing. Who knows? Maybe Abba Yusuf now later declare that I'm going to APC. If you want to go to anywhere you want to go, you may be going. So all these people, some of them like ideology. It is where the rain is falling, where they can gain most. That's where they go. You don't know how true it is. Who know the kind of burger, the biscuit bowl that the APC are dangling in the face of Abba Yusuf? You see, you come, you take this. You don't come, okay? You take the other side. So they are dealing with APC. There's nothing they cannot do. So it's a matter of something that happened when the center cannot hold. But I don't know what will be the position of NNPP or whatever. When the boss leave, Kwankwaso leave, and governor also leave, that's the end of that party. It's an emergency party anyway.
All right, and emergency, but let's move down to the comment section this morning. I have Mookie Great as the first person to comment on the program. Good morning to you, Mookie.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome to the program. Followed by Gladys Oyabo. Gladys Oyabo, good morning. You're welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. We have the one Abdul all the way from Sokolo State House Villa. Thank you for joining us. Michael Daniels is here with us at the stand. He's also here in the comment section. Say good morning to you.
Good morning,
Michael Daniels. All right. Kingsley Egbona all the way from Madrid is also here with us. We have Samson. Good morning. Thank you so much. Yeah, appreciate you. Unfortunately, Mike is always scared to correct the idiot. Who is the idiot you're talking about? Samson. All right, let us know the person you're talking about. Is there any idiot at the stand?
No idiot here.
No idiot at the stand, please.
No idiot among the commentator.
Let me correct that impression. That notion you gave now. I'm not scared of anybody. I'm just being diplomatic, okay? Just need to get that straight. I'm not scared of anybody. Anybody. If you know me, you won't say what you won't write what you've written in the comment section. You don't know me very well. All right, me 247. Morning, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your presence. Sunday, Bayi is also here. We say good morning to you, James Adedeji. That is Jacob Adedeji from United States of America, New Jersey.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. All right, Mookie Great says Abba Yusuf is gone already.
Yes. According to what you can say that
he's gone already. What about the person that brought him to power? Kwankwaso.
has left him. What
about the people that voted?
The people that voted him, they also follow him to APC now. So it's a sheep. It's a shepherd. Kwankwaso, they can Kwankwaso themselves to wherever they like. They can Kwankwasoize themselves to ADC. You know, I don't do that. Kwankwaso, they themselves, they don't know where to go. It reached a particular time, Kwankwaso and their boss came out and they said, I'm going to where they are going to offer me either presidential ticket or presidential slot. And he cannot get that one in APC. Because I don't know how can Tinubu push away Shetima and he say he want to bring Kwankwaso because of that vote in Kano. That I don't know how many million you can pull in Kano. No. It doesn't go down well with doesn't go like that. It doesn't. The problem is that if they say Kwankwaso is a Christian, I will have said, well, maybe it's going to correct the narrative of Muslim ticket. But you are also a Muslim. So why removing Shetima and bringing Kwankwaso? What will Kwankwaso do as a vice president that Shetima cannot do? I don't know. So you get like that. That's how it usually happens now. When they create an emergency party like that to get to a particular place, Nigerian politicians they will not think twice before they don't have ideology. Ask me what the ideology of NNPP or whatever they call themselves. They don't have just to look for a particular platform to get to power. And after that one, they squeeze the juice of that party and they throw it away like a can of. I
also think Kwankwaso has done the helping matters in the way he has managed the Kwankwaso movement. You know, over time, his followers have seen that in every election, these guys just come around to negotiate. Okay, what do you guys have for me? I have this number and all of that. He will contest. He can even contest as president. But at the end of the day, he will end up negotiate few days or thereabout to a major election. So they've seen that he doesn't have what he's pushing in the real sense of it. He has tried to be president not once or twice or thereabout and all of that. So he doesn't have that national spread. His hold is within Kano and perhaps some neighboring states. So we've seen over the years that this guy cannot really deliver in terms of giving us what we want. And as FM said, what a president of Ashwaju will dangle in front of anybody that he intends to sway will be too tempting, and that is why we have seen a lot of people move the way they've done. I also must put that it is not automatic that because governors have moved, that means they have captured that state. That may also be wrong. especially southeast states, as Femi puts it. We may not see that position. A governor can move, that may not necessarily translate into the movement of the entire states in terms of votes now. So Kwankwaso hasn't managed the Kwankwasia movement properly, in my view. Is only using the people to negotiate, and is a major beneficiary of the whole thing. So perhaps Abba Yusuf felt that it's time to also carve out my own journey and move on from there.
All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate your good morning. Good morning, OJ.
Good morning, Mike. Good morning, sir. God bless you. Yes. I'm saying good morning to our global viewers on the system. God bless all of you. Mrs. Tina, all our benefactors, may God bless all of you. I'm saying good morning to all our audience who are keeping tab with this platform. Yes. Who have not, who are continuously stand with us. And the anchorman himself, because it's your head, the rest will not fade. But you need strong head to continue to do this thing every day, standing for hours. So God bless us. So this platform itself will grow from lip and mouth.
Thank you so much, OJ.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Yeah. Now we are talking about Tinubu's red card in the government in Kano State. Of course, you know what that symbolizes.
You have what? Two interests now. Two conflicting interests there right now.
The Kwankwaso
and the governor.
Governor Yusuf.
Yes. Conflicting interests. They are conflicting.
Is Abba choosing Tinubu's power play today over Kwankwaso's structure tomorrow?
Mr. Mike, who will not want to take a step to secure a second-term ticket, second-term tenure? Who will be so politically foolish not to what was securing second-term ticket?
But the president has no business. The president has no business with Kano State. That's the state of
Mr. Mike, opposition party is not ruling Kano State, NNPP, and APC want to contest that governor's election. The party of the president.
Are you telling
what I'm telling you is that
we manipulate the election?
No, it's not a matter of manipulation. If there's contest of election between the NNPP and APC, so the president wants to push his time with
the APC, the candidate of the APC.
Of his party, yes. And you know, a lot of things can come into his federal mind and rest of his mobilization. So the earlier it is that he put that, now that we don't have strong opposition, down to the
tone of the president.
Yes, and certificate. Why anybody who is trying to contest with him, the president can call him aside can compensate him. That's it. So the government is making a smart move of securing second-term tenure.
A smart, you call it a smart move?
Yes. No. I'm telling you that one. Yeah, it's a very complicated that Kwankwaso, the leader of the governor, wanted a place whereby he had got a ticket of the party president candidate of one president. And so the case of APC for him is closed. Well, yeah, the vice president ticket in APC is already closed. It's already closed. The VP is ready. We have already equipment by pen. So that means APC is no go area for him. So the only place he cannot be trying to see is maybe Labour ADC. And we need to go to ADC on with Atiku. Atiku from the north. It's only from the north. So the only place he be eyeing is Labour. And he cannot pull his government to join in Labour. So I mean the other place can put the government to his ADC. And then he cannot go there and contest under ADC against APC in that state for governorship. So the government is playing a smart move that my leader, if you want to go and struggle for VP ticket in ADC, thank you very much, sir. I wish you good luck. But as far as I'm concerned, my second term tenure, it will be guaranteed if I use my time with APC. That's why I see two of them now.
Kwankwaso mobilized voters to vote for Abba Yusuf in the state.
Mr. Mike, we have three factions now. In the state,
you say we have three factions. Who truly owns the mandate? Who owns the mandate? Is it Kwankwaso or Yusuf?
Mr. Mike, can I tell you the truth? The reality of it now. Kwankwaso movement by Kwankwaso, that's number one. And you see APC party, that's number 2. Kwankwaso, led by Kwankwaso movement, led by Kwankwaso, that's one side of the state. The APC government that lost governorship election, that's another interest group in the state. Then the third group now is the governor interest himself now, where the governor wants to belong to now. His own group now have become out of Kwankwaso movement. So these are 3 groups existing in Kano now. So, and I'm sure the man who owns the big stick is the governor. He has the part of food. He can spend state money to influence anybody. So, Kwankwaso movement is already broken into 2. Government faction, Kwankwaso faction. With the existing APC structure. So, these 3 are the ones going on in the Kano state presently. So, as we better for the government who thought that, look, I cannot withstand the pressure of opposition when it comes to governorship election. President will probably be behind their candidate to win. The better at the camp and pay the ticket. But president will now see how one can settle with the people who want to contest over APC. But that's it. President has to call them around. Look, somebody is coming. Let's allow him to have the second channel. You, the original member of APC, want to run for governorship. What can we give you? What name your price? That's how people want to settle it. And for Kwankwaso, he will go for ADC where he hoping to pick ADC presidential with Obi. So everybody is very interest. That's how it is. Everybody protecting his interest in Kano.
James John, he won on the platform of Kwankwaso. Yeah, as the governor of the state. Kwankwaso helped him. He pushed him, to emerge as the governor of the state. And should he now be aligning with President Bola Tinubu? Do you think that's an answer?
Mike, I want to say, first of all, whoever that want to, whatever political party in Nigeria that want to push, relegate, underrate Kwankwaso, that party is doing it at their own peril as far as Kano State is concerned. This man's antecedents is what is working for him. Whatever he has, followership he has built in Kano State, and it has even gone across beyond Kano State, was what he has done for himself. He has built a policy. We have a lot of, the situation in the north, a lot of indigent people who cannot even marry. This man came up with policies, was conducting mass marriage for people who cannot marry. We were in this country when he was conducting 1,000 marriages. He knows what he was doing. So this movement, this Kwankwasia movement you see, is still ongoing. Whatever Tinubu is to Lagos is what Kwankwaso is to Kano, and that thing still remains. I'm telling you that I don't know what informed the decision of the governor to defect to APC, but I can tell you,
He has not affected.
Okay. Even though there are rumors that he's perfecting move to defect. You understand? I can tell you that will not reduce the popularity of Kwankwaso for a second. You understand? Kwankwaso, even though we heard there are discussions whether he will also defect to ADC, looking at the possibility of being the running mate to beat Obi.
I think I saw something like that.
Yes, there were even statements credited. Yes, there are statements credited to him that it is either presidency or vice. You understand? So I think the APC should
under ADC.
Yes, the APC.
What about Atiku?
And funny enough, Tinubu is even aware. He knows the political weight of Kwankwaso, and that explains why they've been romancing, looking at possibility to woo him into APC, because they know what he stands as far as Kano and part of Northwest is concerned. You understand? So it's not somebody that can be pushed. I don't know what informed the decision of whether it is the money that allegedly we are hearing, 250 billion. Because somebody will even say 250 billion, even if I lose election, I will just go with that money. Because it's not a small money. It's a huge money. So Kwankwaso is not somebody to push away as far as the North is concerned.
All right, so we'll move down to the comment section on this issue. Okay, what's Mookie Great saying this morning? Kano State Governor, Speaker, and also local government chairman gone already to the ruling of Progressives Congress in paper. All right, Kwankwaso is a political merchant. That's what Mookie Great says here. And we have Odeze Chima saying we will see where all this one-party system will lead Nigeria to. It will lead Nigeria to Govt. All right, you may like it today because you are a Tinubu supporter, but after Tinubu, reality will befall you. That's this is coming from Udeze Chima all the way from Italy. And we have Muki Great saying, I schooled in Bayero University. I knew Kano very well. Kano already gone. This is Muki Great on this again. Kano is already gone. That is what one of our esteemed viewers is saying here. Let's see what Prince is saying. Good morning, Mike. I have a question. Please, where is Tinubu since December last year? Why are you talking about APC all the time? Nobody talks about what is happening. Of course, President Bola Tinubu left the country December after the Air Festival. He moved to France, and from France now he's now in Abu Dhabi. That is where President Bola Tinubu is. Oh, yes, why are you staring at me? That is where. What is he doing there?
Nobody knows his whereabouts for now.
Is that what?
Mike, I think I asked that question before. Sorry.
That was yesterday.
No, before that yesterday. I asked you briefly. Where is Bola Tinubu?
He said he's going to UAE and France.
But you were briefed before he moved. No?
Who briefed us?
Why are no,
has he not finished? He has not done yet. Or has he gone to hospital?
The government is
Then
at some point she would have said President Bola Tinubu went on medical leave or something like that.
No. Before she already said that.
She already said it.
That was in December. On the 2nd, he left Nigeria on the 2nd January. Till this moment, these are weeks are going. I hope he's doing. But at least we should be getting briefs.
That's the question Peter Obi asked yesterday too.
Yes. Okay, Peter Obi, where is Mr. President? Mr. Mike, where is Mr. President?
I don't know if that statement came came before the president arrived in Abu Dhabi. That's what I've not confirmed. Peter Obi asked that question. Where is Mr. President? But we can confirm to you. Currently, Mr. President is in Abu Dhabi.
He's in Abu Dhabi. What is he doing there?
When I said he's winning investors, don't you hear what? Didn't you hear him?
And Nigeria doesn't know that he's.
Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't know.
But Mike, I ask you, where is Mr. President?
Mr. President is out of the country.
So how long now? Without handing over to Shetima, he just disappear. Well, it's not okay. Nigerians deserve to know the whereabouts of Mr. President at every point in time.
Yes. Even his health status.
Okay, no, forget those ones, no. Whether he's in a London clinic or has gone to Paris or has gone to France. Well, Mike, I asked this question yesterday. What is he? Something is going on. I hope it is not what I'm thinking.
What are you thinking?
I'm not thinking. No. This is something I'm thinking. Something I'm thinking. I said you don't know what I'm thinking. Something that I'm thinking. You don't know whether it is positive or negative.
You've got nothing to offer the president than to malign him. So he owes you nothing. He owes you nothing. No, he said that because you don't believe him. You don't believe in him. You don't believe him. Mr. President today now, if you get to Aso Rock, they will tell you, yeah, Mr. President is. But they cannot tell people like you that you don't believe in him.
I'm not talking about.
You don't believe in him.
Nigerians want to
Nigeria. We that we know that we know that our president, we that we are Nigerians, true, bright Nigeria, that wants the good things in Nigeria, we will know where our president is.
Oh, we know.
I told you. I'll break it down for you already.
We know.
I tell Mr. President, is in France. Is in France with Macron. Strategizing. I'm telling you, we will go and join him any moment from now.
We can go and join him.
Yeah, breaking
Mr. President is going to join him.
Yeah, he's going to join him. Yeah, in France. Very soon, he's going to go and join him to bring down all these problems he has with Fubara. So we don't need to be dishing out our president movement because you have nothing to do with it. You don't even believe. You won't believe it.
Mr. Mike,
Yes, Mr. President.
Mr. Mike, the truth must be.
I saw this yesterday.
Yeah, Mr. Mike, the truth must be told. When President Tinubu was about to leave the country, we were briefed on where he was going. We were briefed on where he was going. He said he would be going to France, from there to United Arab Emirates. But if they're not asking for updates, that's the difference between what I'm talking about. If they're not asking for updates now, that's how is he fearing at where he is now? That's the difference thing. That's the difference now. That is to tell him that he left without being informed. It's not true. It's not correct. He's not be given false information on this platform. We were briefed before he left the country. But if anybody is telling me that, please, we need updates of what? That's a different thing. To be telling us you don't know, there's no information about him. It's not true. You were told where he was going, France and UAE. But now they have been there. What is now the update information of where he is now?
All right, let's just read out what Obi said.
Okay.
The headline says, "Where is our president?" Obi questions Tinubu's whereabouts. Former Anambra State Governor and Labour Party presidential candidate in the 2023 election, Peter Obi has questioned the whereabouts of Mr. President Tinubu amid what he described as deepening economic hardship, insecurity, and leadership silence in Nigeria. I saw a comment by one of our viewers, the one abroad, which says nothing has been working since 1st of January in Abuja. So this brings us to what Peter Obi is talking about silence in governance in the country. In a statement posted on his verified X account on Monday, Obi said his concern was driven by the scale of challenges confronting the country and the perceived absence of direct presidential engagement at a critical time.
Yes.
He framed the question as critical demand for accountability in a national emergency.
That is now, for example, look at the situation, things that has happened after the president traveled. In Niger State, over 40 people were killed. You understand? They went to a market, killed over 40 people. He is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. You understand? Nigeria is in a dire situation. You understand? We have been briefed that he was traveling, but we do not know whether it was an official travel that will bring economic benefit to Nigeria. You understand? How can you be outside the country when your country is on fire? Does it make sense? That does not present you as a leader who is really passionate about his people. We have a country that is presently on fire. You understand? Recently, it was even America that spoke. We've not heard from our president that they want to take another action on the terrorists. Your country is on fire. Things are really going, the negative side. And then you are now outside there. Nigeria shouldn't talk. He is an employee of Nigerians. We are paying with our taxpayers' money. You cannot abandon the job that you are paid for and they want to remain, forever abroad when things are going bad.
If truly is absent, who is effectively running Nigeria?
And he has not transmitted power. Has he transmitted power?
Mike, you see, you have to ask
Take it easy, guys. I said, if truly is absent, who is effectively running the country? Now, under what constitutional authority? I think somebody should be running the affairs of the nation on behalf of the president.
You have the secretary to the state government.
You have the secretary to the state government.
Yeah, you have the secretary to the state government.
Is that what the constitution says?
I can tell you what
the constitution
as it is. They are still running. We have the secretary to the state government, SSG, and I can tell you, the Aso Rock is not empty as it is. The president is off the road, is off the way down to look for investments, and I could see a lot of investment coming in. About Obi talking about where's the president? Where's the president? Obi, I don't need to be. I don't need to be. You want to play,
Okay, they want to teach you how to govern Nigeria. Yes, that's what the what do you mean? You don't know what you are talking about. Was it stated clearly that the president is traveling for investment? Do you hear it anywhere? Okay, even if you are traveling for investment, how long will you take you? How long? The conference or the summit have you not ended? Where are you? Oh, but it doesn't tell you. But I think there are lab seats on the information, detailed information of the present activities abroad. We don't know what that's what people are asking. That's what people are asking. Why is Bola Tinubu? You see why I goofed? And that is it. Why I goofed? I don't. He never told us. I don't know. He is traveling to go and win investment. He is traveling to go and do this. He is traveling to go and do this. What of these things they are doing? I know that it is purely confidential, secret. A lot of things. Like, I always say it. And before I started asking this question, how many days ago? Where is Bola Tinubu? There is something that is going on. There is something that is going on.
Can you take it easy? Can you calm down? All right, we have it on punch. Tinubu arrives Abu Dhabi for sustainability.
You see? Okay, did you listen to him? Yes.
This is from Take It Easy from Punch. He wants to know the whereabouts of his own president.
No, Mike, understand what this guy is saying first. Did you understand what he's saying? What did they read there? They went to there, he went to go and learn how to govern Nigeria, not to bring investors. That is it. What date is that?
11th. Yesterday.
What date?
The first
that he is in Abu Dhabi for summit.
Tinubu arrives in UAE, targets renewable energy partnerships. This is from Premium Times. And we have on Arise News, Tinubu to address world leaders on climate change in Abu Dhabi 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago, as I said, he's currently in Abu Dhabi. Daily Post, Tinubu arrives UAE ahead of sustainability summit. So what else do you want?
Mike, let me tell you. You are the one that is not sure. Mike, in all these things you read now about Bola Tinubu outside, which one is the investment angle of it?
Renewable, what's it called that is went for? Renewable energy, yes.
Okay, you are going there to just learn about globalization, not attracting investment.
Renewable energy partnership.
Okay, which partnership? Partnership in what angle?
Climate, whatever. Because he said it is not.
They went there to discuss their own private something. But we don't know. The media that is reporting it, you understand? There is no official statement from the presidency that Bola Tinubu is somewhere.
Before the president traveled.
On second, you don't tell now. You left in Nigeria on second.
This man, 13. 11 days. Let me have my own take, Mr. President, Mr. Mike. Anybody who is telling us that if so Mr. President is in Nigeria that the government can work, he's just telling like you don't be sentimental. Simple. Because until the president on his seat in Abuja, that's when the government can function. You are not be sentimental. You have to be sentimental on this. I'm not putting on him on that. I'm not saying I'm not opinion. I'm not saying it personally. I'm saying any opinion. Very clearly. Let me have my Mr. Mike, anybody is telling me that it's only when Mr. President is in Abuja, that's only when the government can function. It's not vast. It's not very realistic. Yes, don't be sentimental. And the president cannot do anything. The president has delegated responsibility to people. People have delegated responsibility to manage the sector of the economy. Minister of Agric, Minister of Finance, Minister of Education, everybody were doing their bits in their respective places they were assigned to.
So the only report to Mr. President is not the one doing it for them one-on-one. Excuse me, please.
We have the position of the Constitution that if the president is traveling, we expect him to transmit powers the way it is done to the number 2. Has he done that? This is 11 days. 11 days in government. 11 days in government.
What's the name? Where is he in Nigeria? Abu Dhabi. Second point, I want to address that Constitution says President can only transmit power to his deputy if he's going outside the country for 14 days onward. Anything less than 14 days is not bound to transmit power to anybody. That's constitutional provision. People who are not bound to constitution of religion, they will come here and be misleading public. I think misleading public. You on this? 14 days. No, 14 days. For 14 days onward, you must transmit power to the president, to your deputy. Anything less than 14 days, we are not bound to do anything to by transfer of power. So anybody tell us or be giving us wrong information, go and school yourself with the facts and figure of the provision of the constitution. President has gone outside the country. I'm not talking Tinubu. I'm talking from constitutional point of view now. He has gone out of the country now for the past, I think, 11 days now. It's less than 14 days. So he has not been constitutional of transmitting power to buy. But for 14 days onward, if he's not back into the country, he has not transferred power to the buy, then he cannot be holding accountable. Number one, what I've said is that President does not necessarily be on the seat before the government can run. He has delegated to different people who are managing different sector of the economy. CBN government is here. Minister of Finance is here. Minister of Economy is here. Work for both. Everybody is here.
But he preside over affairs. You understand? If I tell you responsibility, I preside over the affairs. That is what it means. Do you know why? Listen. Do you know why the Constitution made it clear that the power should be transmitted? Thank God you are able to correct something 14 days. You understand? The reason is because somebody must be presiding over the affairs of the people we call ministers. You understand? Now, somebody saying. You are not saying the president is out. A lot of things has happened in this country that require the presence of the president. Look at what happened in Nigeria and other states. The level of insecurity keeps growing. You understand? Now, the UAE meeting was to happen yesterday. Where was he? He left this country for 10 days. What was he doing in France? Can you now tell us? Because the meeting was in Abu Dhabi now, which took place yesterday. So where was he for 10 days? In a country where nothing works, where your president is more needed. You understand? How can you be saying that justifying the fact that the president is still okay?
Many people are coming from lawfulness. Doesn't change anything. It's why you begin to talk from law because that everybody will be.
So are you now saying it is okay? The president can not be aware.
You are not schooled in the first of the traveling out of Mr. President. I'm just telling you that. Government does not stop. Does not lie totally on Mr. President. People have been delegated to something and they are able to be able of managers and oversee of the government affairs. They are secretary to the federal government who is coordinating affairs of the authority of the government. There is one presidency in place. Mr. President assistant. The president can preside over federal executive meeting.
Even when there are issues that borders to life. They are saying that the commander of the what are you saying?
No, they can't do it. The problem is that he doesn't understand how government functions. He doesn't understand how government functions. We are forgetting that without the president there are other level authorities that can preside over the meeting.
That says Tinubu'S stayed more than 14 days outside. Sometime last year, he stayed more than 14 days outside. Sometime last year.
I don't believe in it. That's not true. It's wrong. It's not true. It's not true. Prove it. That is wrong. For 14 days I'm saying it. For 14 days upward. See, let us understand the logic there. Let us understand the logic there. As long as you are giving the shows of this country as a president, the moral law and the natural law state that you should transmit power to the next person. Let me tell you. That is where we are getting it wrong. Then calm down. The president have to mandatorily, the natural law and moral law allows him to do that. Transmit power to the next person. 14 days. Then after 14 days, and he didn't transmit power. That is when he will call for. No, what for the people? Can take Mike, you are just saying it. They don't know anything. Don't know anything. Yes, they don't know. Yeah, no, to know. Yeah, no, that's the point now. That's the point now. No, you should not do it. You be held responsible now because it demands that you transmit power, even if it is. But do you know what it means to govern the country and to leave the seat vacuum where your presence is required on daily basis? What it concerns us with climate change? Say the tribunal are God. We are talking about the situation in the country. You are leaving transmit power. Then after 14 days, no, you know, they have taken Nigeria for granted for long. So nobody is interested whether the normal process is being followed or not. Anybody does anything the way he likes. That's the picture. Whether you like it or not, as long as they are stepping out of Nigeria, it is mandatory you do that. Then after 14 days, the Senate can now say, no record, nowhere, nothing, you run. Then after 14 days, what will happen? Nothing will happen. Because you don't believe that the Senate have been bought over. We have seen so many Nigerian leaders disappear for as long as they can. And nothing happens. Mr. Mike, if you know that you are going out and the prayer is to take outside the country, it will be more than 14 days. That's only when you need to transmit power. Why do that several times? When you knew that when you be going, you be staying more than 14 days, you transmit power to Oshibaju. But if it's less than 14 days, you are not bound to transmit power to anybody. You are bound to go and come back within the 14 days. That's the fault of constitution. Nobody can say until the constitution is amended. So we have not spent 14 days after the constitution. So all that is done. That is when we can say, Government is running the meeting can be preserved and the cabinet even this circular as preserved coordinating government. That's the vision of the president. No, many times without president be around.
All right, Governor Abdul says nothing. Michael, nothing is moving here in villa since 1st January. Nothing is moving since the president left the country. All right, Emmanuel says, just imagine a country where a state like Katsina State, okay, where is a state like Katsina released 70 terrorists from prison and gave 15 innocent students. What a country. All right, Smokey says, Onyeze. I'm telling you this. Onyeze didn't have light to see the president. It's in you. Okay, the president is in UAE. No, light in your house.
I agree. I'm not the only Nigerian asking about the whereabouts of Mr. President. I'm not the only one.
Do you have light in your house?
No, bro, so there's no power. There's never been power in Nigeria. I can tell you that. No power anywhere. But Mike, let me tell you, let us not misunderstand this. Mike, let us not do that. My point I am making is very clear. Just what, okay.
Now, talking about the president spending more than 14 days outside the country. Yeah, he said here, some of Mr. President's trips exceeded 14 days. For instance, he spent 14 days in France on a private visit.
Oh, private visit.
Now, in another another trip to Europe lasted over 14 days, sparking criticism from opposition leaders. Now, 2025, he took 10 days working vacation to France and the UK. Another trip to Japan and Brazil lasted around 10 days. So what's Nigeria now? From there, they told. So here you get now we are talking about offering for the
let me ask you a question. Assuming that the president did not transmit power, waiting till after 14 days, and he is outside the country, and something happened, how would you know? Because if you are transmitting power, it has to be handwritten. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. On his way, God forbid, and he was not able to meet up. And he was not able to meet up. In case he's going to extend more than 14 days. Then, is he going to transmit the letter? Is he going to transmit the letter for where he is after Nigeria? And that's what I'm saying.
And you see, this is democracy. The National Assembly the National Assembly has saddled the responsibility. They know their laws. Like he said, the 14 days. The National Assembly will assume that because letters were not transmitted to them, even if he travels, it is not. They are not bound to, call him to action. You understand? But until after 14 days, if letters are not transmitted to the National Assembly, it means the president has goofed. You understand? But what we are saying, aside from the law, it also borders on, morality. You live in a country where you just read something to us here, 70 bandits. In a country where people are being killed every day, the people who are killing people are 70 bandits released. The president was not around. He was unaware. You understand? 40 people were killed in Niger State. Where is the president? Mr. Mike, if you are saddled with the responsibility to preside over things, if you are not there, I'm telling you, if you are not there to preside, if you are not there to preside, if you are not there to preside, if you are not there physically to preside, you will never get a good result.
Where is Bola Tinubu?
The world is a global village, and this guy was telling me the president has to preside over the bandits, over the killing of the bandits. When they are our able military guys on ground, and they are doing the rightful job. They are doing the rightful job. And you still want the president to come and go to the battle and fight. You guys, I think you need to go back to the school and learn about government.
Thank you. Mr. Mike, I have just told you that After whether president is on seat or not, the DP has presided over meeting of Federal Executive Council. So all you want to do many times, even this session has done it very time, many times. The president is not on seat. The DP takes less line of action is when I will now assume myself presiding officer over the Federal Executive Council meeting. So that is the people that have been given the possibility to man different aspects of the economy, whom government has delegated the possibility to. So whether president is on seat or not, there are only to preside over meeting of the council. Okay, we don't sell akara here. We are not selling akara. Presidency is not for akara people. No, nobody they sell akara. This must be done constitutionally. What are you telling me? That anybody will just come from anywhere and then preside over executive council meeting. And that is what James John is saying. There are so many houses. There are so many things that is going on. Who is going to preside over it? Okay, we now have virtual president for some time now. Then later we know that Donald Trump is also the president de facto, whatever way we look at it. You know, but what we're saying is that anybody that does not understand this simple logic, you know, has no basis to tell anybody that the president or Nigeria should wait after 14 days. It is not correct. Because most over time we have overlooked these things as if it doesn't matter. When it matters now, then we begin to look for doctrine of necessity.
All right, the presidency has published verifiable travel activities of Mr. President. And I don't know why the Nigerians are still concerned about the whereabouts of the president. What do you have to say, Mr.
Let me first say good morning to our esteemed viewers globally and good morning, Nigeria. And if I were to talk on that, you know, yesterday here, I made an allusion to the fact that when we were discussing Fubara about the beaches, constitutional beaches, that he was allegedly said he committed. I said that if we are going to talk about beaches, I think successive government up to now had gotten a lot of beaches. I mean, they have flouted the law, the constitution, the law. And if justice were to prevail, I think all of them should, fall under the acts of the constitution or justice. And you see, government is a social contract. And for crying out loud, I want to believe that Nigerians would deserve to know the whereabouts of our president. You know, in the days of the year, or rather, the government before President Bola Tinubu, that's the late President Muhammadu Buhari, you know, when he traveled for medical vacation, at the time government was in a standstill. And Nigeria were asking, what is happening? You know, there was a case of transmutation of power to device, which was a kind of a big affair. And until that one was done, you know, which gave Professor Yemi Osinbajo that affirmation of an acting president, you know, and government started running there. And before that one was done, you know, there was this hues and cries from concerned Nigerians that this thing needed to be done and done fast. Why would the president go on vacation without handing over to the vice? I believe the two of them, they stand on a joint ticket. And if that one was done, also follow suit. If President Bola Tinubu, when he was mounting the rostrum of presidency, he did mention that I am going to start from where my predecessor stopped. And if you are going to do that, why did you not take a cue from some of those things that he did? Buhari did while running the government. I think commonsensically, he ought to also transmit that power to the vice, which is Shetima, to continue. Government should not, you know, nature in itself abhors vacuum. Government should not operate in vacuum, and that is my take.
All right, Suma.
Yeah, you know, whenever we are talking about the affairs or discussing about the, you know, the progression, the affairs of the state, we should take our outside sentiment, either because the president is from your tribe or so, then you have to, like, you know, or polish whatsoever, you know, thing he is doing. So when you can't tell me you want to leave the country without knowing the number of days or weeks you'll be spending outside the country. And moreover, why is it always Nigerian president jumping all around? And it's not just that when you are younger, you did not have money to tour other countries. Maybe it's the first time of being there. So what are they always looking for up and down? Mr. Kunle and some people say you're looking for investors. She's president last my one investors in other countries. Kano Mashi business in a country that there is no security. The country that the economy is not stable. Who want to invest in such kind of country? And in instead that some weeks ago or last month, which is last year, they had a strike from the US. Now a deliberation about the second strike. Now you carry you not stay in your country. You are jumping all around. Of what purpose is the travel? And I want to believe the same way the well-being of the citizen it should be paramount thing for the president. So the Nigerian people deserve to know the whereabouts of their president also. It was not his father's or parents' money that they are using to travel. It's our money. So when you are leaving the state, you are going on this purpose, they should know. And when you flee from one country to another, they should know that way you have media people with you to give us updates of the progression of what you are doing in other country. So that what we hear that the president is going to France. So by the time we open, you don't dare Brazil. You understand? So all these things should not be. It's that time we need to follow constitution. This is not an accident of God whereby you can just do whatsoever you like. We deserve the right to know. If anything happens to you now, we are going to bear it too. So that is how things should be done. So you can't tell me you can't hand over power. But what are you trying to say? Okay, but we take over your presidency or whatsoever your state. So let things be done accordingly the way it should be. But not even at this state that Nigeria, a normal working person that followed the whole process and has the feelings and take the larger property serious of Nigerian citizens. We know that not at this time that you need to when they give you the estimation of the bills for the travel, you'll be like, what is the problem? And you keep saying there's no fund, you keep borrowing money, and you still spend billions of net, thousands of dollars, traveling to other countries. So what is the way forward towards the insecurity in the country? We are the first bombing. What are we have not been getting concerning the Prime Minister and Nigerian forces are doing curtail the insurgency we are facing insecurity in the country. So a lot needs to be done. Rather than pursuing a next ambition second time 2027 now, a lot needs to be done.
All right, away from that, there is a power shift in Kano State as Tinubu's red car surfaced in Kano government house. And what is this passing to Kano people and Nigerians?
You see, when you look at
what message is it passing?
You see, Nigerian politics have said it on this platform is suffused with all form of theatrics and inanities. And I stand to be corrected on this. And when you look at what is playing out now, it's just money politics. There is nothing like ideology again in our political space. Everybody is just gravitating to where belly face. That is where you see it, a governor that was brought to the fore under Kwankwaso movement is mooting an idea of cross carpeting to the government at the center, all in the name of what? Money. I heard that 250 billion naira was said that any governor that crosses is entitled to her. And I want to believe that when you check 250 billion, what it could even bet in your locality, I believe that you yourself, even if you are the devil self, you still have to, open your eyelid and say, okay, do your equations and see that if it is a national cake and this is money that is being shared, why don't I go and take my own? And you can see that when we say that Nigerian life doesn't matter on this platform, you see, I'm not a seer because everything is playing out. I didn't mention that these people, they are not meant for us. Our life doesn't matter to them. What matters to them is their pocket and their stomach. How they continue to rape our collective resources to their own advantage. And that is why you see, at a point, some youth, they even gave the governor, the Kano State governor, some kind of warning. If you should dare crosses, if you should dare crosses to
to APC that he will cut their wrath. And up to the now, the whole thing is a big done affair. But also, I want to bring, this is also noteworthy to know that at one time, last year, Kwankwaso was also, was also visited the hospital. To meet with Mr. President and the ex, and they want to see how they can cut him. I think their discussion never see the light of the day. I think he broke down midway. It was twice he visited Asoro, Mr. President, and I think what they offered or what was brought to the table didn't go down well with him. That's where the agreement did not. And of recent, in the social media, we have always also been witnessing some kind of Obi, Kwankwaso, tagging along to be president and vice. And it has not been, it's yet to be, but everything is under congestion.
All right, so it seems the remote defection of Governor Abba Yusuf to the ruling of Progressive Congress has been coming through with the presence of Tinubu in Kano State House. What do you have to say?
I want to see the Nigerian citizen, even of the state, do what they are expected to do. Probably let them know that you as a governor do not own the party, don't get to decide where we belong or for. If we supported you so far and vote for you to be the governor of the state, before you could turn around, you need to consult us. And of what benefits and why do you have to move from your party to APC? What do you stand to gain without the interest, if not for the interest of yourself? So now when next the election comes and the people decide to vote around and for them not being respected, unless what will happen. But I doubt if that will happen. But we can't tell for sure. We don't know how burning the heart of the people it's towards the this administration and how far they can go. It is daring that the purpose of defection is due to what they tend to get in that monetary aspect and not for the interest of the people. And has been going on like that. And there's nothing we want to do at the end of the day. And don't forget, winning people to your side, that meaning you can't tell if they're actually for you. We are humans and we have money. The same position and the power in which the president has. You can say that a lot of governors do not admire such also. That would be like, we are going to be there, but if you are not there, how do you want to break them down? And there's danger in when you are bringing a lot of people towards you. You have more intelligent people, more who are more cunning than you, most who are, then you won't know till they infiltrate you and bring you down. But to you, before the time, you think they are actually for you and for you alone, not until they die minutes.
Right away from that, Fayose said Tinubu is the only life ADC has. Is it true? Do you have any other candidates that is the life of
ADC? There are several candidates in ADC. And there are also personnel in ADC if they really want
better than Peter Obi,
that are even more yes, to some extent better than Peter Obi if they really want to come out. But as of the now, I think Peter Obi hold the card, because when you look at the dynamics of policies of the now, you see nobody caught so much followership among the ones that have signified interest that they want to run. Like Peter Obi, I think either both the length and breadth of Nigeria knows that the name of Peter Obi resonates so well in the ears and in the heart of so many Nigerians.
No, I like to try new things. Let's give the Igbos the chance. Igbo has not done rulers. They have not done this. They have not done that. I love challenge. Let us try new things. Let us try new things. Let's give Obi chance. I know they don't give people chance power. You have to fight for it. Even though Jesus, when he was there, not be free, you get them. They didn't follow him for free. You have to do something. You do miracles, you go turn bread to wine, turn this to this before you can follow. Even though you are the Messiah, the God said from heaven. You have to do. His life is give and take. What purpose are you doing that? So we all know they said it is time of the South. So we can't have president anymore. What can we do? It's not the time for article. It will be so painful because time is not on his side, because he was the one busy jumping from one part to another. If you don't stay one place now, maybe we won't be discussing this year now. But now the way it is, we all know, to the people, even to the child, that what we can't have a northern person now based on the way they made it be. That has to be the South president for 8 years, for the North for 8 years. So now they have Southern president now. Let's which other person can stand the chance to compete with the Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Is not a person that is that is not popular now. That is better. So the only thing they can do is, so I know it will be hard to do. Let Atiku and likes of them support. We don't even know if that what he does in mind, because he can't. With now, it's too early to tell us what he wanted to do. Will be doing in next time. So that is what they can do. Let them put heads together. So if they really have the interest of Nigeria at heart, so let Atiku drop their ambition, support who he feels that what is so glaring that can actually push votes, and let all of them put their resources together and make sure the election is fair and fair.
Thank you so much, Simon.
Thank you very much.
ADC will lose relevance if it refuses to make Peter Obi its presidential flag bearer, says Fayose.
Good morning, all. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Man. God bless you. See, what Fayose said is 100% correct. Based on the situation on the ground now, the way Nigeria is, and the activities that is going on in Nigeria, it will be have become the only hope of the common man in Nigeria as we stand now, as we speak. Are you hearing me? So P2B is the only hope of the common man. And let me tell you, based on the insecurity, the crisis that is going on in Nigeria, any northern man, despite the fact that the South is the president, the immobile South is the one that is president, because it's not working. We are not seeing anything. That's why I use the word immobile. It's not competent. Yes, it's not competent. Even when is there any change? Nothing changed. Nigeria is still where it is, so nothing is going on. So despite that, any northern man now coming out, especially from that Fulani, is automatically giving Bola Ahmed Tinubu edge come 2027. So the only way to stop Bola Ahmed Tinubu or to compete or challenge Bola Ahmed Tinubu, no other person, no other face now than people.
Is it true?
Did you? I don't know. Sorry. Good morning. I don't know. You watch some elite in the Southeast where they hold meeting. That was 2 days ago. Did you watch them?
I didn't watch them.
You didn't watch them. So a lot of I call them Katapida Buddhism, betrayal, ganging up and said it's not the turn of the Southeast. But we we are promising Obi. But don't say anybody coming from the north that is not going to support. But what we are saying, anybody that can take this power from this APC, whether Obi, whether Atiku, but the support must come from Obi. That is where it come from first. Where it come from?
Listen to me.
I'm coming. If the people there are gagging up, the elite are saying Bola Tinubu, for me in Edo State, what do you expect me and you?
Listen to me.
They say charity begin at home.
I have told you this thing before.
Something
You are telling me again.
I am going to support.
Don't say me and you against this thing. We still continue. Listen to me. Hold on. You say Igbo leaders.
I am defected to ADC because of Obi. I did my PDP card. I said one day I'll come at you.
But you are holding this thing. I hold the original card. You are holding paper.
Now I'm giving you an example.
Because one side, I am holding plastic. You are holding ordinary thing. You went to print and print.
Let you come from
Baba Pat, let me tell you what you don't know. Stop calling those people Igbo leaders. We know our leader. Those people are politicians paid by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They are not the one to campaign. They are not the one to cast their vote. Did the Bola Ahmed Tinubu win vote before? Didn't they vote for him?
I understand. Yes.
No, I'm asking. Didn't those guys vote for him? But did he win?
No.
He didn't win. Even here in Lagos, during the election 2023, did they even vote for him?
No. What
No. They are not having I'm not listening. Hold on for now. Hold on. Forget those janjaweed.
You say not. No, he said not. Anybody that will come from north now. I mean, I give you Bola Tinubu 100%. I'm telling you, north and southeast have to work together.
Excuse me.
They have to work together.
I am telling you, you are not from the east. I am telling you, the eastern set mind. Where is going now? Any northern that comes, there will be sit at home automatically
to work together.
They know that. Excuse me. I tell you something. To remove Bola Tinubu in 2027, anybody from the north that bears that umbrella, Tinubu is automatically going. Not that we are going to vote for him. Abaribe, I don't know if you are conversant. Abaribe have already stated clearly to Bola Tinubu one-on-one, face to face, that you are not going to get any vote from the east. Because of what has happened. And what you are right.
No, you are not getting me. You are not getting me.
Now, governor, excuse me, how many years did the governor? Their children did they debate? To start with, did their children debate? But Trump, I'm telling you, the Eastern marriage, those ones are doing that political money that have collected from you.
Yes, I agree. But I am not saying
we the people are not giving vote.
We must work together.
Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? We are not dishing out our food.
You see,
and let me tell you, I don't know if you know this.
Yes.
Aisha Yusuf, which you hold on, hold on. Don't tell me I'm not a politician.
You are not getting me.
Calm down. I am born. Even till date, my dad remain politician.
You can't work alone.
My dad is a politician. Even till date.
You can't work alone.
The former minister of agriculture.
You can't work alone.
Nwogoro, former minister of agriculture of Ebonyi State. Nwogoro na my papa bring am. I dey talk am for media. So don't they tell me when you talk about it. Baba no dey tell you. You understand? But that doesn't mean that I don't have it from idea about
information. I am telling you.
Do you understand? And as I'm talking to you, I showed you my card here several times as a confirmed PDP. Mike, am I lying? No, Mr. Mike, am I lying? I showed you a plastic, not this paper that you get to print and print. You understand me? So when I'm talking, I know what I'm talking. I'm talking from the fan. Kano of one-on-one with the question now. Did you listen? The letter Governor Abba Yusuf of Enugu State one-on-one. No, I'm not just telling you. In 1991, I'm not just telling you, but I'm not the talking to you. Let me say we come here. I know what I'm telling you. You, my dad, not a politician. And don't tell me I'm a politician. I was born on my side. There's nothing. I have told you to try because you don't know the boundary between your village and your next village. In your village. But believe the little thing you are talking. See, as I'm saying it, Aisha Yusuf have already said something. If you are current, she said something that in this 2027, that if Obi fail to rule one tenure, that she will personally to take it up and go against Obi. When she made that statement, I grabbed something there. Any northern, take it or you leave it. Any northern, my brother, the way Nigeria is boring now. Anybody that's coming from the north now to bear any umbrella are giving Bola Tinubu automatic ticket.
That's your opinion. But
you understand?
It doesn't work that way. When it doesn't work that way.
That is this Igbo can't vote Tinubu. You are expecting Yoruba people to vote Abi.
See what I said. See what I said. That Igbos expect Yorubas to vote for. That is not what we are discussing here. It's not part of it. Remember your question. They said Fayose said
Obi is the only life.
Obi is the only life
ADC has.
ADC. Are you hearing me? ADC. ADC. I want to ADC as a political party.
Let me help you. Pastor, let me help you. We are not politician. You are a pastor. ADC. You have a ADC. I am telling you, I am jumping. I am going to ADC. Labours are going to ADC. After I'm going to ADC. The man you are mentioning Abaribe. is going to APC. I listened to Southeast yesterday. I listened to this side. I listened to Ume. I listened to Ume. I listened to this. The way you are talking, it's not the way they are talking. But I'm telling you, what they want now is to get power out of the APC. Yeah, now say what I'm saying. Now wait. Out of APC, the only candidate in APC that can wrestle power is to be. That is the point I'm making to you. See what the APC what the APC is whoever wins ticket from the primary that whoever wins primary in APC they will support, but they will sit down in that one house. The leaders, they will lock themselves and say, look, let's look at this thing. Who do you think Nigeria will accept? Either Atiku or Obi. The leaders in ADC have to listen to Nigerians so that the person that will come out can be able to match. On that question of us, change my own.
Alexander Great says, which kind of country do you want to vote because he is your brother?
That's not now we are bringing. No.
Bringing it of the tribe, the person.
All I know, I said based on what.
Excuse me. I hold my card as a PDP, and I never deviated from that. I never denied, but I still stand. Even when Atiku came out, I voted for Atiku. But the issue remains this. The issue remains this. Based on the situation on the ground, remember what I said. No Nigerian, a normal, reasonable Nigerian that should be happy of what is happening.
Yes, I agree.
Or that is happy of what is going on in Nigeria. Do you understand? This is security, and it's part of the thing, the reason why Nigerians are crying. And who are the people carrying out this evil? Is it not the Fulanis?
Okay, look at their list now.
Is it not Fulanis? Is Atiku from where?
Look at their list.
Anything, I still stand on my ground. Anything, it's no matter of brother or friend. I'm talking about what Fayose says. When Atiku come, if Atiku come, I'm telling you the mindset of the people. Every average in Nigeria, once Atiku come, then go tell you say na still Fulani na their brother.
I know the only person
that mentality still remain in our people's memory. That how can I is better and no vote.
The only person that can match, I know that can stand, say they want to, and the populace, the Nigerians want is Obi. Obi cannot just come out alone.
That is not what I said.
With other people. So I think you don't understand. Cannot get me. Obi cannot do it alone.
I'm not saying they can do it alone,
but you must make sure that whoever win the primary, whoever win that primary,
I'm not saying Obi will walk alone.
Good
morning, Mr. Mike. This morning. Good morning, our viewers all over the world. I'm the Lawrence, and it is what is happening in Nigeria now. Let me tell you, Mr. Mike. Nigeria now is very desperate. Nigeria is very desperate. Mostly the north. Mostly the north. If you can remember last year, I said that if that Ahmed Tinubu do the right thing, if that Ahmed Tinubu do the right thing, this kind of arrangement will not supposed to happen now. Your voice or your handwork or your good speak for you. Don't allow your voice to speak for you. What you do to speak you. And Ahmed Tinubu already say Nigeria. Now let me tell one thing. What is happening between ADC, PDP, and APC is what Mr. Ahmed Tinubu is causing the problem. The reason I say Ahmed Tinubu is causing the problem, if that Ahmed Tinubu do the right thing, when he take the power for former dead man Yar'Adua Buhari, P2B, I don't see that P2B will go to ADC. He will still remain for Labour Party. Now, I don't see that Atiku will come outside
to come to be a president of Nigeria in 2027. But they already see that Ahmed Tinubu is already failed. Now, the people that feel the pain than any other people in Nigeria is the North, the Fulanis, the Kabas of the government. They already see that Ahmed Tinubu already did what? Start breaking their wings. Start breaking their wings. And the funny thing, what shocked Nigeria or the Fulani, what is the last thing America did? In Sokoto, when they avenge the terrorists, the people, Nigeria cannot be touched. America already touched. They say that Ahmed Tinubu government is not favoring anything not. They're looking at all this, all to do what? To take the power for Ahmed Tinubu hand. This month, as I can remember, I already see the setting here and this month, that the North is looking everything to take power for Ahmed Tinubu, and the only person they can use to collect that power, only person I see that can use is only P2B. That's what I'm seeing in that place. If P2B will take time, if P2B don't take time, they will use him and don't pull. But I remember the word of man in Kano. He said that they will use you and do it and dump that person. Now, see what happened, Jonathan and the Yaradua, Jonathan and the Buhari. You see those Fulanis, they gang up and remove the power for the Jonathan. They are the ones that put Jonathan, and they are the ones who want remove Jonathan again. And if P2B didn't take time, if P2B allowed the Fulani to use him to collect the power, Nigeria will be in the fire.
Well, good morning, Mr. Michael Adekura, and good morning, our viewers, and good evening and good afternoon. May good Lord be with you people, wherever that we are. Coming to what Fayose say about say that the only help ADC have is P2B. Yeah, it's right. And meanwhile, I know that most of the Igbo politicians have already been at ADC because of P2B. Yeah, with P2B, they will collect the power from Ahmed Tinubu. And what Ahmed Tinubu is doing, for me, if you not love the citizens of the nation, if you love the citizens of the nation, things will be moving fine. Things are not moving fine under your regime. Things are going wrong. How can you move out? Everything, once you travel out of Nigeria, all whatever they're doing will be paralyzed. Nothing will be moving fine again. Until you come back. Smarter you will move. The government will paralyze. This is not the type of the president we want. Look at the time of Abacha. Abacha did not travel. Things are moving fine. Why? Ahmed Tinubu, he said that he is going out to bring investors. How many of them have you come to Nigeria? None of them. Yes, Obi in ADC, they will, but that power, Obi will not rule. So anything will come out. You make Obi will not be the president. They will elect him as the president of Nigeria under ADC, but he will not be there. Right. The Northerners will take over the power.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
God bless you. All right, all esteemed viewers of the comment section engaging us this morning, we say a big thank you to you. We appreciate your presence this morning. There's a Chima, thanks for joining us. Gary, we appreciate you. Came late. All right, thank you so much for engaging us in the comment section. Kenneth, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, Amode Bivinoga also joined us. Alexander the Great joined us. Engaged us in the comment section. The Great Swamuki Great. We appreciate you. Bayo Kayode, thank you so much for staying glued. We appreciate your engagement. AB, one Mary, all the way from United Kingdom, also joined us. We say a big thank you to you. Emmanuel, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Daniel, sir. I'm sure you're fine now. All right, we appreciate your presence. Odri, thank you for joining us. He says Peter Obi was impeached by his states. Why would you come back to power in the country? All right, your positions of Abiodun also joined us. We say big thank you to you. David Okafor, also known as David Okafor, joined us. We say a big thank you. Gladys Oyabo, thank you for joining us. Chukwemeka Nadi, we appreciate you. Go on. Thank you, Andrew. We say a big thank you to all of you. We love you. We'll be back here tomorrow with more interesting stories. Michael Adekule, the anchor of the program. Stay blessed.